acts of monstrous criminality stand on their own. They begin and end with the criminals who commit them, not with law-abiding citizens who respectfully exercise their First Amendment rights at campaign rallies. Vigorous and spirited public debates during elections are among our most cherished traditions. Journalists and pundits should not manufacture a blood libel that serves only to incite the very hatred and violence that they purport to condemn. That is reprehensible.
So let's begin with the New York Times. In an editorial today, that far-left newspaper said, quote, "It is legitimate to hold Republicans, and particularly their most virulent supporters, in the media, responsible for the gale of anger that has produced the vast majority of these death threats. Many on the right have exploited the arguments of division, reaping political power by demonizing immigrants or welfare recipients or bureaucrats," unquote. That is flat out reprehensible, and every American should condemn that New York Times editorial. Even worse is Times columnist Paul Krugman, a radical left Princeton professor. Krugman accuses Congresswoman Michelle Bachmann of inciting hatred towards Ms. Giffords because Ms. Bachmann said this.
I want people in Minnesota armed and dangerous on this issue of the energy tax because we need to fight back. Thomas Jefferson told us having a revolution every now and then is a good thing, and the people, we the people, are going to have to fight back hard if we're not going to lose our country.
Obviously, Ms. Bachmann was using a metaphor to make a political point.
I fear we're getting to the point. You can't say anything. You can't say war room. You can't say targeting. You can't, say we're going to put a bullseye on a map.
Yes, we can say that. And I will use yes, we can. Right now, to even say that we have to curb what we're saying only links any rhetoric to what happened in Tucson.
Yeah, it's very sinister to me because I think there's an effort here to silence opposition voices.
Let's take these son of a bitches out and give America back to America where we belong.
Some people are saying that that's violent language, Congresswoman. The White House refusing to respond to that. As head of the DNC, what's your official response to that today?
Here's the head of a union, an ally of his, speaking in these terms, taking out the opposition. And remember, this is the head of a union with its own history, a man called Hoffa with his own family history.
But he needs help. And you know what? Everybody here's got to vote. If we go back and we keep the eye on the prize, let's take these son of a bitches out and give America back to America where we belong.
And remember, this is the head of a union with its own history, a man called Hoffa with his own family history.
And instead, now we're talking about things we can't talk about in the United States of America?
All right,
What's going on?